What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Apple AirTags. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what the AirTags are, it is basically Apple's entry into the personal tracking market, basically to directly compete with Tile. Now, I've used Tile trackers for as long as I can remember. I had one in my car keys, I had one in my wallet, I had one in my backpack, I had one in my camera bag. I had them everywhere. They come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. They're super convenient and easy to use, but they have a couple downsides that Apple is aiming to fix with their tracker. So I've got one right here. They were just released today, April 30th, 2021, which is the day I'm recording this video. They start at 29 bucks for a single tracker, which is what I have right here, but you can also get a 4-pack for $99, which is obviously the better deal, but I went with this one so I could go ahead, just get my hands on it to take a look at and see if I want to pursue more of them, which of course, it's made by Apple. You know I'm going to pursue more of them. But that's not where the money trail ends because of course, as you'll see shortly, this thing does not really, sit too well on its own. So you really got to get a couple of these little holders, whichever suit your fancy. So let's go ahead and take a look at the AirTag itself. Now, of course, I've already unboxed it, but basically it comes in this really tiny little box. You've got your paperwork in here. You can read that if you want to. Yeah, you'd open it up like this. Boom, there's your AirTag right in the center. So the setup process is super simple. You just hold it next to it, hit connect, then you'll scroll through, pick what you want it to label. So it can be like backpack, camera, keys, suitcase, all those different types of things. Pick which one you want, boom, and it automatically starts to pair. It is a breeze to set up, as are most Apple products. But let's go ahead and get rid of this paperwork here and just take a look at the device itself. It is so tiny. It's a little bit bigger than a quarter, I'd say. I'll have the official measurements on screen for you, but this thing is very tiny. And this kind of emphasizes why you need those holders. Not only does it not have any way to put it on a keychain by default, but also it is so slick and glossy. Look, like that was not staged. It is hard to hang on to. Not only is the front surface glossy and white, but the back is a mirrored finish. So it is just hard to hang on to as is without really kind of pinching and getting your fingerprints all over it. Inside is a watch battery. So if you push down and twist it to the left, you can take out this battery. It's one of those CR2032 batteries. It's a 3-volt watch battery, so it is replaceable, which is awesome. Tile started doing this somewhat recently, where they started having an interchangeable battery version, which was great. But all the ones that I used to have, you couldn't interchange the batteries. You had to ship them back to get it replaced or just buy a new one for a discounted price. So one of those problems is solved here with an interchangeable battery. And you heard that little chime right there. When you do take the battery out and then swap it, and then you put the battery back in, it makes a little beeping noise. Heard that right there. So that's nice. That's the same kind of noise it makes when you first set it up. But once it's set up, it works basically exactly like a Tile, but with a couple twists. But we'll talk about those in just a sec. Let's set that aside and get into these holders here. So I picked up 2 different types of holders. One that I'm actually going to use is the leather key ring here. And I think I'm just going to put this on my car keys. It's, matches the kind of red theme that I like, and it looks great. So that's the one I think I'm gonna run with, but I also grabbed one of the bigger like suitcase loops just to take a look at, and I'll probably either give that away or take it back. But again, just some simple paperwork inside. It is just a very simple little keychain, and it's got a little tab that you can pull, so it shows you how to open it up. You'll take the little tag, slide it right in, nice and simple, snap it in, and you're done. And now it is actually, attachable to whatever you want. Keys, backpack, wallet if it has a hook, anything with a little loop, boom, you can attach it nice and easy. Now this loop here is gonna be great for suitcases, overnight bags, purses, things like that that need kind of more length to wrap around. But how you're gonna do this is you're gonna wanna put the little tracker in there off the bat. Now the material is kind of weird. I don't know if I love it. This is the sunflower color. They also have like a peach color and a navy and a white. I thought the yellow one was kind of nice. It looks good with the white. And then you're gonna wanna wrap it around something and tuck the tag back through itself. And then boom, you can have it hooked just like that. Okay, cool. So yeah, we've got loops and we've got cool trackers, and it's made by Apple and it's clean and easy to use and it connects seamlessly and it's got an interchangeable battery, blah, blah, blah. But what makes this different than a Tile? Well, I'm glad you asked. I've got two different size tiles here. This is actually the one I used to have in my wallet, so it's kind of beat up. And this is the one I used to have around my car keys, so it's a little beat up as well. But you can kind of see size-wise that the AirTag compares much more to this tinier, key-sized tile, but obviously it's round and the tile is square, which has its benefits. Another benefit for tile is that it has various sizes like this. You can get ones that have interchangeable batteries, ones that don't, like this one. You can get wallet-sized ones like this that are super flat, and as of right now, making this video the day it dropped, there is only this single size and shape AirTag available. Now, that could change, but it's Apple, so I'm gonna say that it doesn't, at least for the foreseeable future. So far it seems like all the good stuff is leaning towards tile, right? Kind of, but where tile has the edge in form factor and I guess time in the market as far as the iterations go, Apple makes up for in its security, privacy, ease of use, and network. And the network is key. So how the entire tracking system works, right? These are Bluetooth devices by nature. So they require you to be within range of a Bluetooth device, which is not very far. So what happens if you drop your keys or your wallet on a train and it goes on the other side of the city? Or in my case, I'm filming car videos at the dealership I work for and my wallet falls out of my pocket and slides behind the seat of the car and it's out on the lot somewhere and I don't know which car it's in. That kind of situation, you need more range than a Bluetooth device can give you. And that's where the network comes into play. So it will take devices that use the Tile app and it will say, hey, this phone that uses Tile is close enough to your lost device. So we're gonna ping you your location of your lost device. That's great in theory, but it relies on the person that is near your device also being a Tile user and having everything connected and set up. That's a lot of hoops to jump through, and you're really banking on somebody else being as much of a power user of Tile as you are. And I don't know, that's a risk that a lot of people don't want to take. Now, Tile has a huge user base, that's fine. I'll give them that. But you know who has a larger user base? Exponentially larger? Is Apple. And they took that idea of connected network tracking to a whole nother level in a way that Tile just cannot do. Not only can we use all other iPhones, but we can use iMacs, iPads, any network connected device running, 14.5 or above and track your device. And better yet, we'll do it in the Apple way. So it'll be completely private and completely secure. So if your AirTag in your backpack or your car keys gets left in an Uber, right? It's not gone forever. It's not relying on the Uber driver being a Tile user, right? It's gonna say, oh, the Uber driver has an iPhone, or the next person that gets in that same Uber has an iPhone, or something like that. And it's gonna ping you and let you know that that device found it, right? And told you where the location is. It's genius. And they do it in the most Apple way possible, so it's completely safe and completely private. It doesn't give away, your information unless you report it as lost, in which case it'll give a user that's close to it your name and phone number to be able to contact you to return that device. So that's how the lost item and kind of privacy tracking features work. But there's one other cool thing that this little tag can do. And that is, if you have an iPhone with the U1 chip, you can actually use Apple's precise finding feature. Now, what this is basically gonna do is allow you to open up the Find My app, and I can see where my item is, so I can see that it is at my house and in my backpack. I can also turn on notifications when found. So if you enable lost mode, which I'm not going to do right now, but if you do enable lost mode, then you can enable notifications and it will ping it when somebody actually is able to find it, which is really cool. You can see its battery life, you can see what the label is, you can see whether it's with you or not. And this battery is rated to last about a year, but obviously it's user replaceable, so you can replace it anytime it gets low. You can play a sound. So if you need to find it like in a couch cushion or something like that, and then you can use the precise finding feature. So what this basically does is it uses the chip in your phone to be able to show you, hey, like this item is nearby. So right now it's saying it's 3 feet behind me, 4 feet behind me. And if I keep moving it closer and closer and closer, it's saying, oh, it's right here, 1.5 feet. And as you get closer, you get haptic feedback on your phone. It starts to vibrate. The closer you get, the faster it vibrates. And then when you're right next to it, it makes a little popping sound and popping feeling. and clicks, and it says, here you are, here is your backpack or whatever it may be. You can also play a sound from this screen. So lots of cool functionality with this precise finding feature. You can also rename your tag or remove it altogether if you want to give it to somebody else or whatnot. It also gives you the ability to, like, let's say you're someone you live with, your spouse or maybe a roommate has tags as well. You can have it so your phone does not pick up those tags as foreign tags, even though they're close to you all the time. So that's a nice feature. You can kind of like mark which tags are like friendly tags and which ones aren't for, future use. Now let's do a quick demo and see how well this precise finding works. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Drop a like on the video if you loved it. Tell me in the comments down below, have you picked up some AirTags or any cool little holders? Let's have a conversation down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be among the first to see every single new video the second I hit publish. We'll see you in the next one.